Armin uses mindfuckery, but it's not very effective against Bertolt. Honestly, this chapter of Attack on Titan, it should be called Bertolt, because flat out this was his chapter. This was the development that he finally obtained. Everything about this chapter just screamed Bertolt has grown. He's a psychopath, but he's grown. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people are screaming bullshit at the fact that Reiner still survived because he switched his mind to his nervous system and all his memories and all that good shit. I think this is a case of like, well, for starters, I think his story still isn't finished. I think if we don't have the revelation of why they were doing this to begin with, then it would kind of be a little bit like, why are you killing off Reiner yet? We still don't even know why he did all this to begin with. So in that regard, I can understand that. But then I can also see like Attack on Titan definitely used to be a little bit more savage in that regard of like, you know, kill the motherfucker. But, you know, it did get popular, and Isayama probably from time to time does look at it like, I shouldn't kill this motherfucker. People really like him. But that doesn't really say too much because of the end of the chapter as well. So I'm personally leaning more towards, yeah, you can't really kill Reiner off until at the very least we get some answers. And I love how Armin, he used all of his character development, like of trying to trick the motherfucker, saying all this shit, bringing up Annie. He used all those psychological warfare tactics against Bertolt, but it didn't do shit. It didn't phase him. He didn't give a fuck. And that's what I loved about this chapter, because he's a Colossal Titan. And from the moment we found out he was a Colossal Titan, which it was a shocking twist to begin with, but you observe his personality, he's like, this dude is a fucking pussy. How is he the biggest fucking Titan of them all, the most savage of them all? Now it's like, okay, he fits the description of the Colossal Titan not giving a fuck. It's like, oh yeah, I'll talk to you if you promise that you'll die right after. Like, I love that line because it shows just how fucking crazy he is. But another thing you gotta make you wonder is, why the fuck are they doing this? If he said in this chapter, no, it's not because you guys are bad at all or that you're evil or anything like that, but it's too late now. You all gotta die. So what is it? If it's not that, you know, people are pissed off about the royalty that was set in place, is it that people automatically are going to turn into Titans if they die regardless of the case? Or why is it that they need to die other than that you guys are a couple of psychopaths or you guys been mind fucked by this other dude, the Gorilla Titan? Like, what is it if they're not bad, they're not evil, it's nothing to do with their relation to the royalty of the past? What the fuck is the reason that they need to die? And why is it that you guys are exempt from this needing of dying? Bertolt, Reiner, you know, the Gorilla Titan motherfucker, why are you guys exempt from it but everybody else needs to die? Is it that, oh, you swore allegiance so you're fine? Like, what is it? And I love how even in this chapter, which is why I say yet again this is Bertolt's chapter, Mikasa tried to use a similar tactic that she used when we first found out that they were Titans, you know, Reiner and Bertolt, where she tried to sneak up on him with the blade. I mean, she got his ear, but in the end she got the fucking big boot to the face on some Big Joe shit. I was like, yo, Bertolt really fucking grew. I love that this chapter was all about development for the Colossal Titan. And then Reiner, even in that fucking demolished state, it shows how much of an incredible force he is, that he is barely just a fucking brain at this point, and he was able to move his giant body around so that he doesn't get fucked up by the blast from the Colossal Titan. I don't buy it for a second that Hanji and the crew are dead. I don't buy it. If it is indeed, I'm gonna be shocked as fuck, but I feel as though if we were gonna see something like that, we would see it more graphic, and it would just be more in our face than just like a flash of light and shit like that. So I don't buy that Hanji and them are dead. If they are, I'm gonna be like, whoa. But again, I think this is one of those cases where it's like typical shonen shit where, oh, okay, you know, they didn't really die, and because it's popular, again, Isayama don't really want to kill people like that. I mean, again, if he had the balls to do it, because Hanji is a big fan favorite, I'm gonna be shocked as fuck. But I don't see that being the case. And with all that being said, we got the Colossal Titan at the end of the chapter. Reiner regenerating. Honestly, very good to great chapter of Attack on Titan. I honestly want to say it's great because one of the major main villains of the entire series got some huge character development in this chapter. The Colossal Titan, baby. It's like, oh my gosh. The only thing that I would say is the controversy regarding Reiner still being alive. They fucked him up. He should have died. And it's like using that nervous system shit. It kind of feels like BS. But other than that, it was very good to great. 8.5 to a 9 for this one. Like, ooh, I ain't gonna lie, I want to say the 9 because it just felt great. It felt like this is what Bertolt needed for a long time, and he finally got it. But let me know what you thought about this chapter. First of all, what do you think about Bertolt's character development? How he was not fazed by Armin's word, he wasn't fazed by Mikasa, he wasn't fazed by pretty much anything. And what do you think it is at this point, why they're doing this? If it's not because of their blood ties, if it's not because he thinks that they're bad or evil, why are they doing this? And your overall thoughts of the chapter. Attack on Titan on point this month. Definitely got to give it kudos for giving Bertolt, one of the villains that was arguably arguably weaker, actually getting some spotlight and development that he desperately needs. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed anything about this video, make sure to drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook if you want more from me when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.